This is the plaintiff, Anthony Jenkins. He says the defendant, his former girlfriend, who has a very volatile temper, kicked in 2 doors of his house, stole his glasses and a phone charger, and he's here to show her you can't just act like a crazy person and get away with it. That's why he's taking her to court and suing her for the $1,282.84 he's rightfully owed. This is the defendant, Trina Grimes. She says the plaintiff locked her out of the house in her pajamas. All her belongings were in the house, and a huge argument ensued. The cops were called. They told her, go into the house through a basement door, and that's just what she did. The plaintiff is the hothead who needs to be taught a lesson here today, and she hopes the judge is just the person to do it. She's accused of losing it. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $4,540 for lost wages and belongings the plaintiff is holding hostage.
All parties, please raise your right hands. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Anthony Jenkins, you are suing Trina Grimes,
Yes.
your former girlfriend, for $1,282.84 for repairs to items that she destroyed when she was living with you and some items that you say she took from you. You have a counterclaim for $4,540 for lost wages because, according to you, he got you fired out of spite. Tell me what happened.
Saturday, September the 29th, Ms. Grimes woke up early in the morning, and so I'm trying to talk to her. Ms. Grimes became belligerent, yelling, cursing at me.
What were you guys fighting about?
She got a phone call from one of her friends 6 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday morning. And I said, why is someone calling your phone at 6, 7 on a Saturday morning? You do not have to work. Okay, then she just started swearing and cursing at me.
Okay.
And that led to that, and I said, well, if you're going to start all that, I said, well, you can leave my house.
Was she living with you?
No. She's been nice with me, but didn't stay with me, no.
How long had you been dating?
Over 7 years.
Okay.
I tried to get her to move in.
Okay.
But some of her problems, she never want to move in. But anyway, so the argument led, started cursing and stuff like that. And I asked her, I said, well, you can leave. So she put on the clothes and walked towards the back door. So I let her out the back door. When I let her out the back door, she went out, I locked it. So at this time, she's on the other side of the door. I guess realized, well, this man is for real. So she started banging on my door, talking about, this is a process. You just can't put me out your house like this and all that stuff like that. I said, well, I'm on the other side of the door. She just banging and stuff like that. So then I kept telling her, I was going to call the police. And she kept yelling, screaming, all that stuff like that. So time passed by. She finally makes her way into the house.
How?
Kicks it in, door in.
Kicks the door in?
Yes.
Okay.
She kicks the door in. So when she gets in the house, she said, well, if I can't stay here, can't nobody stay here. So then she grabbed on me, and during the process of grabbing me, I got a little scratch on my chest, but that was neither here nor there. So, like I said, then she went to my table in my dining room, started grabbing stuff off the table, phone charger.
You saw her take your phone charger?
Yes.
Why didn't you take it right up back?
Because that's why I didn't want to touch her. I called 911.
You have a very different story, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So according to you, she goes in there and she grabs the charger and what else?
My glasses. And it was
right in front of you. She grabs your glasses and she grabs your charger.
She know that stuff I basically use every day.
Yeah, that's
she even
the
grabbed
two things I'd be lost without.
Yes, she grabbed stuff like that. Then I walked outside waiting on the police to come. Okay, so by the time the police got there, they said, what happened?
Is she still there at that time?
She's in the house still, yeah, because I was knocking my neighbors upstairs. Said, y'all need to leave out this house. This girl downstairs gonna turn all the gas on in the house.
Turn the gas on?
Yes. Yes, definitely. Because she said if she did that, it said if she can't stay there, nobody can stay there.
Did your neighbors leave?
They came downstairs.
And did what? Watched?
No, they stood on the porch, got out from out the apartment.
You have a video of this, you say?
I have a video of her tearing my door up.
Can I see that?
Yes, you definitely can.
Oh, my.
You definitely can. You got to listen
According to you, what happens?
Make sure it's all the way up.
The argument did start that morning because of a phone call from a female friend at 6 in the morning. And in the process of that, he said, get out. But I was still in my night clothes, so he was trying to put me out in my night clothes. I said, no, I need to put on clothes. So I went into the other room where my belongings was and started to put on clothes. He came in behind me. We started arguing. There was a little shuffle here, shuffle there.
What's shuffle?
Like he hit me, I stood up, hit him back, and a couple grabbing, and he got a scratch right here. By this time, I had already had my pants on, just a pants and a tank top. Then, as I get up after the scuffle, he's taking my belongings out of the second room where my belongings are stored at, and throwing them out the back door. So I goes out the back door to try to pick up the things that's rolling around on the floor. In that process, he locks me out. So I'm bamming on the door. He's not letting me in. So I started to kick the door. And I gets the door open and I get in.
So you did kick the door?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Once I kicked the door in, I realized I don't have my cell phone. So I'm like, call the police, call the police. I kicked the door and called the police. Still didn't get him to call the police. He had my cell phone. He took my cell phone from me. So to get him to call the police, I turned the gas on the stove on. And that worked.
Do you live like this all the time?
No. But it worked. He called the police, and as soon as I can hear the police on the other end, which was very fast, I turned the gas off. The police officer comes and sees the situation, realizes that I'm not trying to commit suicide or harm anybody else. Assess the situation, ask what do I want to do with the situation. I just want to get my things and I want to go. The meantime, he's renting and he's raving. He's complaining about the little baby scratch on his chest. And I told the officer, it's possible that he could have got scratched. When I was in a sitting position trying to place my clothes on, he hit me. I jumped up and I hit him back. When you jump up and you hit somebody, you kind of grab, It could have been possible, but I don't have fingernails. So, I don't know. Maybe he got really soft baby skin. So I admitted to that. And the officer just said, she want to get her things out. Let her get her things out. She's going to leave. You wanted her to go. She's going to leave. Okay. The officer realized I had things in a second room where he was tossing them out the back door from. So the officer was like, to diffuse the situation, you go get a truck, come back and get your things, just to calm us, from arguing. I said, okay, fine. I walk off and I go to a friend and I find my friend, she has a truck. So she comes and she helped me move my things out.
All right, and so now I'm gonna see a video of you ripping up the door.
Yeah.
According to him. And $800 is to repair 2 doors. Why 2 doors?
Oh, because first door she broke into, that's what...
You already talked about that one. What's the second door?
This one here.
What is it? Where is it? How did it happen?
Outside. This is from the outside. The police was there. Stood there right here while she demolished and kicked my door in.
The police were standing there when you kicked the door in?
The first door was kicked in because as he was throwing my things out the back door, I went out there to retrieve them before the police got there. The second door was kicked in after they came and realized that this was my belongings. Anthony agreed these was my belongings and allowed me to take some of the bags out.
So you're confusing the issue so much. Just tell me how the second door was kicked in. Were the police there?
The police was there.
How did they watch you kicking the door?
The police said I can kick the door in because it showed that he was taking his...
The police told you go on, kick the door?
Go ahead and kick the door.
I think they're just watching you for amusement. What color was your purse that you left in there?
Yellow.
Oh, I just saw it on the table.
Right, it's behind the counter.
I just saw it on the table. It's bright yellow. What's that now?
Me drilling while she sitting trying to break into the house.
What are you drilling?
Screws in my door.
Y'all are crazy. You're suing for $877.84, the amount owed to repair 2 doors. What proof do you have of that?
With the Home
May I see
Depot.
it? Did you repair it?
Not yet, no.
There you go.
Do you have a picture of the door that's there?
Definitely.
Oh my goodness, you made mincemeat out of the doors. Is this the one you kicked in with the police watching?
Yes.
How is this funny? I think this is horrifying. You know what the craziest part is of this crazy story? You kind of want her back.
I do. I got love for her. I'm not going to sit and deny I don't.
No, it's more than that. You want her back.
Because we got a lot of, how can I put it? A lot of time with each other, invested a lot of time with each other. I I'm not going to sit there and deny that because I tried to work with her. I waited 88 days so I wouldn't file the claim, but she made no attempt to try to contact me.
Well, she wouldn't let you have any contact with her. That's when you filed the claim because you wanted to see her.
I can't go there because we're still in the court, so I got to leave that alone.
Say that again?
I can't go there because we got an open court case back in Rochester, so I can't.
What court case do you have?
She filed after.
Restraining orders?
Yes, that.
Do you each have restraining orders?
Yes.
You each have a restraining order against the other one?
I place mine first, he follows suit, so when he do something wrong, he can call and say, I did exactly what he did. It's a big game to him.
So you're suing for the door. You're suing for $79 for glasses. You got his glasses?
Yes, I do.
In fact, that's the yellow purse. You brought it to court.
Yes,
okay.
it is.
Do you have his glasses? Give the man back his glasses. When did you take his glasses? Did you take his glasses?
I didn't. You know how you're out with your significant other and they have extra things in their hand because we have the purse.
Oh, yeah, my husband's always doing that.
They
He's
throw it in
constantly
there.
dropping
Just
his stuff
simple.
in my bag.
Exactly.
And they say, where's my blah, blah, blah? I'm like, I don't know where you put your blah,
That's
blah, blah.
how I got the
Well, it's in your
glasses.
purse. Get it. But no, you stuck it in that vast wasteland that is my purse. You find it. Oh, those are his glasses? Give him back his glasses. Well, did you take his charger?
I don't know what he's talking about, a charger, but I get a new phone charger with every new phone I get, and I have a bunch of them. So
Okay.
I brought one just in case he needs one.
There you go. All right, so the last thing we have left to talk about are the doors. And then now let's talk about your counterclaim against him, because according to you, you got fired.
Yes.
All right, why did you get fired?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So, who flies off the handle more in relationships? Chicks or guys?
Chicks.
Why do you say? I think that's debatable, but why?
Yeah. I think it depends on the relationship.
But if you had to generalize.
Generally speaking, I'd say chicks.
More emotional?
Yes.
Okay, what do you think?
Females, definitely.
Anybody think males around here? Anybody think males? Nobody thinks males, huh? Really?
As a strong Italian woman, I've got to say females.
Wow, okay. Grand slam, going inside the courtroom.
Anthony caught my job, and I'm in the nursing field, and
And what's your job?
I go to the homes.
Oh, you go to
consumers'
people's homes.
and
All
take
right, so
care of
they
them at
place
their
you in
home.
people's homes.
Yes.
All right, go on.
He caught my job and said some things.
What?
I don't really know what.
Well, then how are you going to prove your case?
He told me he would call my job.
What did he tell you?
And he's done it. He'll call my job and get me fired from my job and tell them weird things and get me fired. And he
Did you call her
attempted-
job?
Yes, I did call her job.
And?
I told she take advantage of TBI patients.
Say that again?
She take advantage of TBI patients, the brain
Of
injury
TBI?
type people she work
Traumatic
with.
brain injury. That's what I work
She
with.
works
And
with
Traumatic
Alzheimer
brain- that she
and
takes
dementia.
advantage of her patients how? What did you say?
Oh boy, that she takes from them.
That she steals?
Yes,
So you called her job and you told them that she steals from her patients?
yes,
Why did you say that?
because I know she do.
How do you know she does?
Because she don't try to bring stuff to my house.
Because she what?
Brought stuff to my house.
What stuff did she bring to your house?
Little petty stuff.
Like what?
One day she took some boxes from one of her clients named Scott and brought to my house.
Boxers?
Boxers, underwears.
Underwear.
Yes.
Boxers.
She would take like little petty stuff, like little forks. That's not an innocent face there, man. Don't let it fool you.
So, but it was good enough for you and you want that
Oh, I
face
know, I
back.
want it.
But
Oh,
you
no.
went to her job once she dumped you and wouldn't take your calls and told them that she was stealing things from the clients.
It wasn't a case about she dumped me the cash. She kept running down the police station lying on me.
Did you steal anything from clients' houses?
No.
He says you would come back with boxers and forks and strange little
One time
things.
she done
I'm a female. What would
one
I
time
do
she
with
done took
boxers?
money.
I
One
don't
time
know.
she done took money from one of her clients.
What ended up happening? You got laid off, you got terminated. Did they tell you that it was because of that phone call? Because I see some letters from your employer where they know that he was just totally harassing you.
Right.
And they mentioned that he wouldn't stop calling there, that he kept showing up there, so why would they take his word for such a thing?
I don't know.
I don't know whether it's true or not. If it's true, you deserve to be fired, and he's just the messenger. If it's not true, then he should have to pay you for losing your job.
I work 2 jobs, full-time and a part-time job. What do I need to steal boxers and forks for?
Well, I
Now,
don't
this
know.
man here is unemployed.
I don't know. I mean, some people do it for the thrill, not for the payment. So what did they tell you when they fired you?
Well, the first call came on October the 8th. I got a phone call. She said, we got a phone call, and it stated some things that violated the HIPAA law.
Because you're not, okay, so that's why you got fired. You're violating HIPAA. You can't do that. You were giving him information about some of your patients, which you can't say.
No, that's not true.
So the only communication they had with you was not, we heard you steal from clients. The only communication was, why does this guy know the name of your clients? You shouldn't be talking about your clients at home. On your lawsuit against her, I'm going to rule in your favor because she very gleefully broke both doors, and you can't just do that. But not in the amount that you're asking. I'm going to order her to pay you.
He had an option to open the door. He didn't let me back in.
No, I understand, but that doesn't give you the right to break down a door. You are not the wolf, and he is not one of the three little pigs. Okay, you have to go in there lawfully. You come with the police. You knock on the door. I'm stunned, and I believe you that the police officers thought it would be amusing to watch you freak out and break a door. I find that to be unconscionable. I can't believe that the police stood there while you did that. All right, on your lawsuit against him, I am not going to order him to pay your lost wages. However, I do think that it's a form of harassment for him to continuously show up at your work and, as he admits, tell them bad things about you.
Not just my job, my friends, not just my work. Everywhere I go, he's popping up there. I can't go outside.
On that, I am going to order him to pay you $500, and therefore it's a wash. Goodbye, folks.
All right, guys, hold on.
So with the countersuit 5 and the 5 for the plaintiff, it comes out as a wash. And so come on in here. No money exchanges hands, but now it's just the two of you.
Yes, it is. Like I say, sorry they had to go this far, but hey, it went this far. What can I say? She loves attention, and that's what she keeps seeking for.
And you love...
Oh, don't get me wrong. I still got love for her. I'm not going to say... I'm not going to deny that, but she loves attention and following the wrong people.
Yeah. Okay, well, follow Officer McIntosh around the corner there. And let's see what the defendant has to say. There he goes. What does your heart flutter when you see him?
Not anymore.
No?
No.
When did that stop?
Recently, when he called my job and got me fired.
So are you done with him?
Completely.
Really? Harvey?
Okay, seriously, Kurt, if you fight like this, not you particularly, but litigants like this, if they fight like this, you got to end the relationship. It's an omen and it ain't going to get better.